各位觀眾大家好，歡迎收睇26分鐘見證實錄。胰臟癌被稱為係無聲殺手，大約80%嘅患者咧喺確診嘅時候已經屬於晚期，而病情往往特別嚴峻。咁有患者就喺生命最後嘅日子選擇留低自己嘅故事，希望喚起社會對胰臟癌嘅關注。喺今集嘅節目，我哋就將會走入患者嘅世界，聽一聽佢哋最真實嘅心聲同埋經歷。
Canada, pancreatic cancer is trending. We continue to lose lives to pancreatic cancer. We've surpassed breast cancer deaths, and we're on track to losing more lives than colorectal. That's not okay.
Why is this cancer so deadly? One of the main challenges with pancreatic cancer is that we don't have good screening tests.
I just finish my chemo and get a good result on my PET scan in the new year and continue on from there. Hope for the best.
Together we can make a difference, we can make a change, and we have to make a change.
So I'm trying to stand strong for everybody who is going through this, through cancer, and I'm here for them.
Every day you choose to make your life what you want it to be, and you can choose to make it a diamond.
2025年12月11號，胰腺癌晚期患者 Dan Fine 喺社交媒體上留低最後一則貼文。當晚嘅8點，喺醫療團隊嘅陪伴之下，佢選擇以醫療輔助嘅方式，安靜咁走完人生最後一段路。而喺生命終點嚟到之前嘅1個月，佢曾經喺鏡頭之前回望自己嘅人生，坦然講述佢同疾病與時間並行嘅日子。
I knew that I had a pancreas. I didn't know that. I had never even heard of pancreatic cancer or even what a pancreas did. I had no idea. And my wife was taking French lessons in the south of France. We were there. And I thought I would get into shape. While she's in school, I'll go to the gym. I'll work out every day. I didn't drink any French wine, maybe one glass. And I was going to the gym. And I was really getting into shape. I lost a lot of weight. Getting back pain and leg pain and abdominal pain. And I thought, oh, this must be, no pain, no gain, right? So I'm really working out and doing well. But then I developed these bumps on my neck. I remember the exact date. It was January 28th because it was my 66th birthday. That's when I found out. So I went to the doctor, and what a cool system. You just go online, and I was at like 9 o'clock at night, and at 10 o'clock the next morning, I was at the doctor, and I found one that was English speaking in France. And they gave me a blood test. So we went there for also an ultrasound, and then they showed me on the CT scan my tumor, which was fairly decent size in my pancreas. And the next day we came back to BC. We just packed up everything. We were supposed to be there for 3 months. We came home, and we got to BC, went to our doctor right away, and he got us enrolled at BC Cancer, which has a rapid response team. And they found out I was stage 4, and I had not only my lymph nodes, but I had a pancreas cancer and a liver. And now I have it also in my spine and in my lungs. So it's spread.
被確診為胰腺癌晚期，對 Dan Fine 同佢嘅家人嚟講，無疑係一個沉重嘅打擊。
Shocked, couldn't even walk across the room. Just physically destroyed, mentally destroyed. And then we were on a trip, but when we got home and got with our daughters and son-in-law, they just saved us somehow. They just took over, and I think that helped a ton. They just said, "Don't worry, we got this." And then we got a little stronger and a little stronger, and we're a good team. So if somebody's having a rough day, the rest of us are there to hold that one up, and then it'll be somebody else's turn. So that's how we do it. Yeah. Great kids, great friends.
確診之後嘅2年多嚟，喺家人嘅不離不棄嘅陪伴以及醫療團隊全力支援之下 Dan 踏上咗化療之路，同癌症展開一場冇退路嘅長期抗爭。
Chemo, especially the first one I went through called fluorophenox, is 3 different chemos. It lasts 36 hours. I have a port here that they put it in. And so they plug me in, and then I stay well in that for 36 hours. And you are sick. You know, it takes you down. Your eyes are rolling. And then it takes about 3 or 4 days to come off of that, to get it out of your system. And then you feel it fighting inside you. It's like there's a war going on between the cancer and the drugs are fighting. So you don't feel good. And so for me, it's really changed my lifestyle.
唔單止係化療，佢嘅日常生活亦都被藥物填滿。
Yeah, so this is what I just carry with me every day, but I have a big bag of like everything I take in the morning and at night, and but this is like my emergency stash, and I have to take this Creon. These are pig intestines, and so it replaces the enzymes in my pancreas, and so I have to take those with every food I eat every day.
佢表示，受到化療、藥物治療以及癌症本身嘅影響，身體狀況時好時壞，症狀亦都會不定期咁出現。
And I'll tell you, they come and they go. Like things come. For 2 months, I couldn't walk. I was stuck in a chair. My back was completely out, and I finally went to this doctor, and they did these. They burn your nerves in your sacrum, and then that gave me my mobility back. And I went to physical therapy, and now I have no back pain. So that went really well. But you get new things, you deal with them, and then they go away, and then new things come at you, and you just have to deal with them.
I thank Dan every day. Dan has spent most of the time of this diagnosis making sure that I will be okay. That's who he is. So it's extraordinary.
Well, I want to. You deserve it.
He's an extraordinary man, and we have felt before the diagnosis and after that we've had a very blessed life, and to complain about anything at this point almost seems selfish, because we've had it pretty good. We've got, amazing kids and family and friends, and, a roof over our heads and food to eat. And a lot of people don't have that. And so we're abundantly blessed. And so, we're just thankful for that.
You see, I married above my pay grade. I'm a lucky man.
It seems really unfair, but life's unfair. And cancer doesn't, cancer can pick anybody, no matter what you contribute or what you do in life, or it's just rotten luck.
I'm very open about my life. I like to tell people about how it's going, and that it's actually going pretty well. I mean, a lot of friends and family, I'm very lucky that I have that, and I understand that. I'm grateful. But my friends and family have shown a lot of love, a lot of support, and so I go into this very positively. I mean, life is just a vacation from death, and so I'll be seeing that soon, and I'm not afraid of that. I feel okay. But I do feel bad that I'll be leaving my wife and my daughters and grandchild early. I'd love to stay and see them, but I don't have that choice, so I make every day count.
Dan Fine 表示，喺做過身體同心理評估之後，佢決定選擇醫療協助之下結束自己嘅生命。而對佢嚟講，世界上最難捨棄嘅係同佢廝守一生嘅髮妻。
She's been my lucky rabbit foot since I met her. 40 years ago, we were married, 38. I met her in New York City on a bus. And right now, she's made me her number one priority. And I'm just so lucky for that. And I love her so much. So much. A lucky man. And I know it. I'll miss her. I try to stay positive, but that's the one thing that just can't cross the line. I'll miss those years, and I know she'll miss me.
佢嘅最後心願係喚起社會對胰臟癌嘅關注。
Stephanie, who is the son of Craig, who died of pancreatic cancer, she's the founder of Craig's Cause. She called me one day and said, Dan, would you mind being the race director here in British Columbia for the 5K? I said, no problem, I'll do that. I mean, I thought about it and knowing that my time was short, but I thought, you know, what a great way to spend, the last part of my life is doing something to help other people. If we can get some awareness and save other people's lives, great, and raise some money. So I said, okay, I'll do that. And so I've been working really hard to get people to come, and it's been great. It's going to be a fun event. It's tomorrow in Stanley Park at the second swimming pool.
事實上，阿 Dan 嘅個案呢並唔罕見。胰臟癌喺本國係第4大癌症殺手，每年大約有6900名嘅新確診個案，而5年嘅存活率只係有1成。為咗提高社會對於胰臟癌嘅關注一啲組織亦都舉辦咗相關嘅活動，呼籲大家重視呢一個無聲殺手。下一節翻嚟，我哋就將會帶大家去了解一下卑詩省喺對抗胰臟癌方面嘅各方努力。歡迎翻嚟節目時間。社區之中嘅胰臟癌支援組織一直都致力於提高公眾對於呢一個疾病嘅關注。而醫學界亦都希望透過研究去加深對胰臟癌嘅了解。目前卑詩省喺呢方面嘅工作進展得點呢？我哋一齊去睇睇啊！2025年11月8號，由 Dan Fine 出任活動總監嘅 Kick Pancreas 5K 踢走胰腺癌5公里路跑，預期喺士丹利公園 Second Beach 第2海灘舉行。活動吸引咗上百人參加，其中有唔少都係胰腺癌患者以及其家屬。
Of course, we're here today to raise awareness for pancreatic cancer and hopefully raise some funds. My husband, Mark Baudet, passed away from pancreatic cancer just 6 weeks ago, and so we've created this team called Team 100%. So that we can come out, again, raise awareness, have some fun.
We're here because I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in July. I'm on my 6th treatment right now as we speak until Sunday night. In between that time, we got the advertising of Dan Fine and his cause at Craig's Cause. And my friend Sunny here, she took charge and she created this team called Joe's Water Babies because I love the water. I'm on the water often. And unbeknownst to me, I'm not one liking to be in the spotlight, but I realized that this is bigger than me. This is for everybody.
5 years ago, I had a gallbladder attack, and I cried. And from that, they did an x-ray that showed different spots that were not looking proper, and they did an ultrasound, and then they did multiple scans and everything, and biopsy that determined I had pancreatic cancer. So that was June of 2021. So, and then from there I had I had cancer of the liver. The pancreatic cancer had metastasized to the liver. They were able to remove that in June of 2021, or July of 2021, and then in November of 2021 they did the Whipple. And then I was cancer-free, but the pancreatic cancer was gone until this March. It showed up again. Bill actually asked my kids to do the run. There they are, and that's why we were here, to support.
So personally, so Craig, in Craig's Cause Pancreatic Cancer Society, was my dad. He was diagnosed in July of 2006, and he passed away 8 weeks to the date. And we knew that just wasn't okay.
Dan Fine 亦都到場，雖然身體狀況冇辦法參加跑步，但係佢仍然喺起跑點為所有嘅參賽者加油打氣，送上鼓勵同埋支持。
Hello, everyone. It's good to be alive, and it's great to have friends like you here to support pancreatic cancer. And we need to let people know to get screened early. We got to get the government to help us, and we got to use some stuff to figure out how to cure this thing. So for all of you that are out there and have had lost someone to BC, I'm sorry, but we're doing something about it.
Oh my gosh, my heart is just pounding. I mean, you can ask Kim earlier, I was really tired and kind of wobbly, but this has just given me so much energy to see how many people turned out and the kind of reaction that we've gotten and how excited people are. Wouldn't you feel that way too?
Yeah, I don't know if you've had a chance to talk with Dan about his goals with the effort in this fundraising, but I think you started out around $10,000 goal.
Yeah.
Around 3 o'clock this afternoon, we saw it was around 90,000 from all of these incredible people who are here today. And now you just learned that someone whose family member has this disease handed Dan a check for $10,000, which puts the final number at $100,000. So we hope every one of those dollars will go towards helping this cause.
And just to see the enthusiasm of all the people, I mean, it's just been exciting. It's fun. It really gives you life and energy.
Dan 表示呢一場路跑對佢嚟講唔單止係一場希望嘅聚會，每位參賽者嘅身影，每一份嘅捐款，都象徵住胰腺癌患者更光明嘅未來。
It's too late for us, right? But if we can raise enough money for the right research and we can use science to solve this, then we'll have a cure for people and they won't have to suffer. Like this family that donated the money, you could see the sadness for their daughter, they lose a daughter. I think that's really important. So I think we're kind of on the cusp of some science that can help, and if they can just focus on the right research.
I never look ahead. When you're diagnosed with, this is stage 4 cancer I have. I'm trying to be optimistic. I had breast cancer 30 years ago. I had a very young family, and I didn't even think of cancer. I just thought, I got to get through this, and I did. And this diagnosis is a little different. I'm trying to keep that optimistic hat on, but I have to be realistic as well. So I'm a little more practical. Of course, I hope. There's always hope. I hope that there is better treatment for pancreatic cancer. I hope that, like for any cancers, that there is, if not just a cure, it's just treatment for longer life.
Quality of life, right?
Quality of life, yes.
I was never sick at any point in time with my pancreatic cancer. The chemo has made me feel worse than having pancreatic cancer. So, and I'll be finishing up 12 rounds on Tuesday. Sorry, I'm a crier. So, yeah, and hopefully a PET scan will show that it is shrunk and hopefully not there anymore.
而作為呢一次活動嘅主辦方 ，Craig's Cause 胰腺癌社群組織，亦都喺全加拿大範圍之內，甚至世界範圍內為胰腺癌患者提供幫助。
Basically, this is the third leading cancer in Canada, if not North America, and it is funded only 2% of cancer fundraising national it goes towards pancreatic cancer. So, but it's the third leading, which it's just surpassed breast cancer. Like Dr. Dan is feeling, it's just you want to help, you want to have a solution, but there isn't at this very moment, right? So we just have to do more research, more fundraising.
喺卑斯省，每年大約有800名患者確診。卑斯胰腺癌中心主任、卑斯癌症中心溫哥華分部嘅醫務執行總監、腫瘤科醫生 Daniel Renouf 則表示，胰腺癌嘅致命原因之一係缺乏有效嘅篩檢工具。
Why can we not pick this cancer up earlier? And one of the challenges is that the pancreas is located right at the back of your abdomen. So it's not like someone would notice a lump or you would notice a change in your skin or anything like that if there was a small tumor growing on the pancreas. Also, because of the nerve supply of the pancreas, you often could have something growing there for quite some time without noticing anything. And then a third aspect that makes it challenging related to the location of the pancreas is that even if we do imaging, like an ultrasound or a CT scan for some other reason, it can be very difficult to detect small masses in the pancreas. And so for those reasons, it's very challenging to detect this cancer early. And that's why we need better screening tests and ideally a blood test that would allow us to detect this cancer in an earlier time frame.
佢指出，胰腺癌喺治療方面，過去多年嚟進展有限，但係近年出現突破。一旦出現相關症狀，應該及時就醫。
We know that kind of the main symptoms that someone would present with this cancer are some discomfort or pain, usually pain in your upper abdomen or pain in the back, as well as something called jaundice. That's when your skin starts to turn yellow. And that's typically because there's a mass in the pancreas that's pressing on the bile duct systems and causes a blockage of your bile, which is something that when that builds up, it turns your skin yellow. And so oftentimes that's how patients will initially be diagnosed, that they'll have yellow skin, yellowness around their eyes, end up with seeing their family doctor or an emergency doctor and get some imaging done, which will show a mass in the pancreas. One area of ongoing research relates to what we talked a bit about earlier around diabetes and its relationship with pancreatic cancer. And we do know that there is quite a close connection between diabetes and pancreatic cancer because they're both diseases of the pancreas. And if someone develops a new diagnosis of diabetes and doesn't have other risk factors for diabetes and it is kind of not easily explained, then considering that there might be some utility or usefulness of doing imaging of the pancreas to make sure there isn't a pancreatic cancer is something that could be considered. So that's an area that's being studied worldwide right now.
佢強調，隨住新療法進展，即使係晚期胰腺癌患者，透過標靶、免疫或者個人化治療，亦可能延長存活期，淨係為患者帶嚟新嘅希望。
I think a lot of reasons to be hopeful and optimistic, and also for the knowledge that we're really at this tip of the iceberg or the beginning of kind of a snowball, I think, of major advances in this cancer that I expect in the next few years. We're going to see more and more available treatments, which is really exciting.
好啦，今集嘅節目時間就差唔多啦。咁如果觀眾對我哋嘅節目有啲乜嘢意見嘅話，係好歡迎大家以電郵嘅方式同我哋聯絡㗎。我哋嘅電郵地址係 mag26@fairchildtv.com。如果觀眾咧想上網重溫今集嘅節目，亦都可以上到去我哋嘅網站3W.fairchildtv.com， 點擊節目重溫一欄就可以睇得翻㗎啦。 下星期同樣時間再同大家見面，晚安。